Hello, critical thinkers. Hope all is well. Before anything, please like the video, share the video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Start over. I found this fascinating interview that Robert Brooks Jr. did a couple of days ago. This video, he's questioned about his meetings with political figures, with community activists, and he says something that is very, well, not very surprising, but he says something that I was hoping he would never hear. He speaks about the lack of accountability that's occurring in the death of his father. The lack of accountability. This is something that this channel has been speaking about when it comes to the homicides of incarcerated individuals behind bars. Listen to what Robert Brooks Jr. has to say and let me know your thoughts below.
Tonight, a grieving son seeking justice in the death of his father, a Rochester native who was allegedly murdered by corrections workers at a central New York prison.
My family is destroyed. We're trying every day to get back to our normal life, even though we don't know if that's possible.
Just a quick thing. It is a horrible situation when you have a family member who dies from violence. It's even more tragic when the spotlight is on the death of your loved one and it's out there in the mainstream media for the world to see. So this situation where you have a loved one that passes, there's no real hiding from it. This is for the world to see. So when someone grieves, it's sometimes a very personal thing. Unfortunately, when this is such a major case, he has to grieve publicly as well. So I just wanted to point that out.
Months after his father's death, the son of Robert Brooks is forging a new path forward for his family. Good evening. I'm Karen Edwards. Matt is off. 10 former corrections officers are accused in the death of Robert Brooks, 6 of them facing murder charges. The incident at Marcy Correctional Facility in Oneida County was caught on body-worn cameras and prompted calls for justice. 13 WHAM's Natalie Calzetoni sat down with Robert Brooks Jr. today and joins us now with the latest developments in this case. Natalie.
Karen, I caught up with Robert Brooks Jr., who has been busy meeting with reform groups and lawmakers to try and enact change in the prison system. And he says he won't feel okay until his father gets justice.
I'm very happy to hear, not that he's obligated to, but I'm very happy to hear that Robert Brooks Jr. is taking this tragedy and taking his pain, and he is, vocalizing that, and he's advocating for change. So that's a tremendous thing. As a young man, I believe he's in his early mid 20s, probably old enough to be my son. How he's using his voice on public platforms and getting the message out there about what happened to his father is not uncommon.
4 months ago, an incarcerated man from Rochester died following a beating by corrections officers caught on body-worn cameras. Robert Brooks's family left to navigate the unthinkable.
We've been hurt, we've been heartbroken, but we also are finding the silver lining into this situation because now we have a voice and we want to use our voice to help millions and everybody else out there in the future.
Robert.
Just a quick thing. Yes, he does have a voice. Yes, he does have platforms. And some people have asked me, why haven't you invited him to come on the show and you interview him? I am a small content creator. He needs to be on much larger platforms. I know he was on CBS. I know he's on this news station now. He needs to be global. This needs to be advertised and publicized. So he needs to be on very large platforms. And I would encourage him to find, the biggest YouTubers, because sometimes YouTubers with millions and millions of followers have such an enormous reach. So I would just, advise him to, go on these big YouTube channels and, get the message of his father's brutal killing out there.
Brooks Jr. and his family filed a civil lawsuit in January against 17 individuals, including Docs Commissioner Daniel Marticello. A motion was filed by the state attorney general last week to have claims made against Marticello dismissed because of failure to allege his personal involvement in the violation of Brooks's constitutional rights.
This is something I covered several days ago in reference to the New York State Attorney General's office looking to take away accountability from Daniel Marticello III, who is named in the civil suit. Let's hear what Robert Brooks Jr. has to say about this.
It's not surprising, just because we've been in these meetings, we've been sitting down with people, and it's like no one wants to take accountability.
Last month,
He said something huge. He said something huge. He said, no one wants to take accountability. Now imagine, some of you have been through this. There are many of you who are advocating for incarcerated individuals who have suffered brutal beatings, who have been murdered, right? So you have advocated for them and you have sent emails, you've had meetings. Some of you have filed civil lawsuits and no one takes accountability. It's unfortunate that even in this case has received this level of attention, that Robert Brooks Jr. is in rooms where no one wants to take accountability. It's horrible.
similar incident reported right across the street from Marcy Correctional Facility at Mid-State Prison.
I was furious. When it first happened, I was furious. I didn't know what to think.
Per the indictment, 10 corrections officers are charged in connection with the fatal beating of 22-year-old Messiah Nanti.
My first initially thought was, I pray that they got it on camera. I pray that they got it on camera or some type of body footage where they don't try to make Messiah, or let's not speak just about Messiah, but my father, that they wouldn't try to blame the defendant.
So based on what he says, that allows me to know or believe that he's aware of the hundreds and thousands of cases of individuals who have been beaten, who have been assaulted, then they are in turn blamed for the assault themselves, and they are accused of assaulting correction officers. So it seems that he's fully aware of the circumstance and was hoping in the Messiah Nanti case that there was body cam footage. Unfortunately, there was body cam footage, but it wasn't any good. It did not show the beatdown that Messiah Nanti received. But in fact, another body cam showed the plotting to cover up the crime, to cover up the beating, and they conspired.
In Nanti's case all pleaded not guilty to the charges last week. Meanwhile, 5 out of the 10 former Marcy correctional officers accused in Brooks's death are considering plea deals.
This is the start of justice, so I won't say anything negative about it, about the DA or the judge, but this is the start of it. We're not finished yet. We're not at the finish line yet.
So he said something that was very key. He said something about not criticizing the district attorney. Now, just understand that I myself have been critical of William Fitzpatrick, Bill Fitzpatrick, the Onondaga County District Attorney, Special Prosecutor. I've been very critical of his actions initially, right? And I say that to say that I am in a different position. I am not in New York State. I am not a family member. I can sit behind a keyboard and give feedback and give you my thoughts about it. Robert Brooks Jr. is actually interacting with the district attorney. He's interacting with other officials. He may be limited to what he can say. Also, not only because there's the criminal case that's pending, there's also the civil cases. So he may be limited to what he can say because of the civil cases as well. So I've seen some criticism of Robert Brooks Jr., which I'm not really a big fan of, saying, why isn't he attacking William Fitzpatrick? He is in a different place and he is in a different situation than you or I. So I just wanted to acknowledge that.
The officers charged in Brooks's death who are considering plea deals are due back in court next week. Karen.
If you found value in the video, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, and let me know your comments below. My goal is to give you honest and direct feedback and go deeper than what the mainstream media is telling and showing you. Take care, God bless, and see you next time.